No justice, no peace, but if you know justice, you will know peace. And keep the name of Dr. King out of your mouth if you dare ask people why they out here in the streets. You don't know that man if you question why people are in these streets. The man who said rise to the language of the unheard. The man who came in nonviolence, but said we are here to disrupt the status quo. You don't know that man. He was a revolutionary. He was about dismantling the systems. So if you are not here to dismantle the systems,
you already know, man.
shut
If
up.
you don't go by LV, man, slap. Look, man.
I know I can change. So deep in this game, filled with this thunderous rain. A dark cloud held over my head. My head is high, I'm enduring the rain. I'm sipping the pain, gripping the wheel. 94 Buick Roadmaster, that is two-tone, and I'm switching them lanes, cause this is the game. A digi-scale had me weighing well. Taking life risks for a backflip. Blue strips and some pink 50s. Got the gang with me, keep my eyes open, back against the wall. Got God with me, fear God on me. Used to rock Dickie, super 90-something, bag of dog food, always into something. Goddamn, this is God's plan. Look, stick to the rules and the codes. As a kid, I was taught to be bold. Be a leader, never follow the show. That's good game, work from Animal and Pro. Yeah. Blockhead, show me how to be focused. Family first, making moves in the focus. LA trips from the valley of Oakland, blowing purple, just PCH coasting. Money on my mind is always in motion. I know I can change. Call my nephews in the 40s, tell them that I love them. Rest in peace to Susie, guardian homie. Mama taught me well, Papa used to school me. Nana always here for me. Yes, I am God's gift, nothing can take from me. Even if I'm gone, carving my name in the stone. Got the keys, I be opening doors. Pave the lanes, I can lead you to shore. Not a messiah, just a nigga with a gift of gab. Your way to lemonade. I was always good at math, homie, beat the craft. I never had a Robert Kraft in my circle. I know I can change. Yes. I know I can change. I know I can change. I'ma let it breathe, man. Let that shit breathe a little bit. Yeah. I know I can change, I know I can change. Change.
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Alright, so there's a couple of things we want to discuss. Alright, let's just get this clear. But before we even start anything, I want to say, I want to give a salute to everybody that Went to the jump off last night and was hospitable. I don't know what to tell you. First of all, real quick, I just want to talk about the jump off we was at last night. It was K Goddess. She had a EP release. I fucked up the beginning of the music because the shit was hot, so I was vibing and shit, but too loud. But with that being said, K Goddess had a EP release. All of the music I heard I liked. I advise you to go listen to her music yourself and decide if you're interested in it. But I do want to say this much so I could give our community the heads up. I was asked to leave. All the other media was allowed to stay. I was asked to leave. So I want to be clear on that. While all the other media was asked to stay and was allowed to stay after the fact and take photos, I was asked to leave. And it looked like they specifically wanted me out of the place. So she has good music. I'm never gonna lie about nothing like that. I'm always gonna keep it a stack. But they also invited us out. So thank you very much. I definitely appreciate the heads up by her and her team or whoever made the decision. That was a great look. But I wasn't able to do the thing that I do. Maybe because I didn't bring my camera with me and I only brought this camera with me. They thought that it was gonna. But could I just show y'all something real quick? The shots that I took with this camera. I also want to explain something real quick. This camera right here allows, from this phone that I use right here, this allows for me to do real-time IG. So there was quite a few things that I was setting up last night, but since I was asked to leave and I wasn't able to get no photos of actually her, I wasn't allowed to get any of those photos. I wasn't able to do the thing that I was going to do for y'all this morning, where I was going to have a whole collage of the whole fucking night. So shout out to them for making me leave. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. But I do also want to show you that I was putting something together that they just asked me to, I don't know. All the other media was allowed to stay. I just wasn't. I wanted to put, just so we could be clear, I was taking photos because I wanted to put together a before and after and a in the process. These are a lot of photos I was getting. Look. And so you can see what I was doing with the photos. I was also cropping in real time, editing in real time, and then posting some of the posts in real time. I don't know if anybody else was doing that, so shout out to that. This is the BBN. We operate different. This is what I did to one of the photos. So just so we could be clear, everybody go like this photo picture also. That's photography. Just so you could be clear on this. This is photography. This is having a fucking eye and knowing what the hell you doing. Alright? No, other people had cameras. I mean, they allowed other media to stay. They just asked me to leave, and it looked like it was a personal thing that they really wanted me out of there. But like I said, I do real photography. I don't just snap pictures and hope for the best. I do real photography. I take pictures, and I have a pretty decent eye. This is a great shot. The only reason why there's not more of going in the direction opposite of Homeboy is because there was people over there with they were still setting up. So that's the only reason. Other than that, I take great shots. I got an eye and I know what I'm doing. With that being said, they wanted me to leave. They asked me to leave, so I left. It is what it is. But I still appreciate being invited. So that's what it is, man. I don't even care. I don't know it like that. I don't know it like that. The music was hot though, so if you like her music, I say that you should go support. If you like her music was hot. But with that being said, that's not a person. They asked me to leave, so I'm assuming they don't want me to post them, and they also don't want me to speak about them. So I'm gonna let them rock. I do want to say one thing. There was an individual who knows her, who was very friendly with her, that tried to ruin a different event that I went to. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went and put the word in their ear to make it to, like, you know, hate on me. Matter of fact, I'll let y'all know who the individual is. And I'm not going to let y'all know who the individual is. He don't even get no traffic. So I'm going to be quiet. His channel don't get no traffic. I'm not even going to tell you who he is. He just hating. I don't even know why he hating. Shout out to him. Anyway, with that being said, let's give appreciation to everybody that had drops during the previous live. We'll go all the way back to Morning Coffee. Yesterday. So just so we can be clear, we'll go all the way back to Morning Coffee yesterday. Other than that, I enjoyed myself there. I don't usually go out and enjoy myself much. I really enjoyed myself. I need to go out more. I'm bad at smiling in pictures. So I took a picture with her, but I'm really bad at actually smiling in pictures. So I gotta get that shit straight. Anyway, let's call the drops real quick for yesterday, and then we get do roll call, and then we keep it going. And how did y'all like the young lady that we had up over there? Anyway, shout out to also, because I can't call these, shout out to the individuals that donate to the channel but don't want their names to be said because they don't want to get harassed. Because you know, you just got people that hate me so much they harass anybody that support. Anyway, so we're gonna call out the drops from yesterday. Shout out to Brooklyn Born with the dub drop. Shout out to James Belcher with the $4.99 drop. Shout out to Foot in the Ass with the 501 petty drop. Shout out to Foot in the Ass with the $10 drop. Shout out to James Belcher with the $14.99 drop. Shout out to Roach with the $5 drop. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $5 drop. Shout out to Brooklyn Born with the $9.99 drop. Shout out to Charlie Santana with the $10 drop. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $5 drop. And shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $5 drop. And let's call the drops that happened today so far. Shout out to Prince Tuamir with the $12 drop. Prince Tuamir is the sponsor for today's video. Salute to the fam. Tell to clap it up for him. He's an admin. He doesn't sponsor many videos, but when we sponsor his videos like all other admins, let's give him a shout out. It is what it is. Let me also give thumbs up on some of these things. Funny shit. I fell yesterday. So I was walking out of the jump off, and there was like some weirdo shit there. So I tripped and I fell. So I fell. There was a ton of people standing there, right? Hold on. Let me tell y'all what happened. So I fell, right? There was a ton of people standing there. So they all looked at me. I don't know what kind of way they expected me to respond, but I used to play football, so falling down on the ground don't hurt. So I'm just gonna tell you, sometimes you fall, nigga. So so I fell and shit. I tripped over some weirdo shit. They ended up picking it up. Thank God to that. Anyway, so I tripped over some weirdo shit. So I got up making jokes. I'm Jack Frost. I got up making jokes. It is what it is. We're going to discuss this Tory Lanez shit. Hold on. So I got up making jokes. It is what it is. It turns out the same shit I tripped over, about 3 or 4 people tripped over before me. So shout out to that shit, and thank you for waiting for me to fall to move it. What the fuck? It couldn't be moved 2 people ago? Anyway, with that being said, let's do roll call real quick. Love y'all. What up, D No Love? Horse, we got up in here. Border Jump Music, J Marvelous. Salute. You already know what it is. What up, You Ain't Waving, Miguel Pineda. How you doing this morning, my brother? Miguel Pineda says, good morning, BBN. Good morning back to you, fam. What's up, Rah? What up, DSTN? Ain't nobody calling you Dustin. I don't care what your wife says. What up, Shayna Richardson? Shayna Richardson says, good morning, BBN family. Salute to you. Hey, Frost. Chilling. Hold on, let me check this. This person just keeps messaging me. I don't know why. I hope it's not. I hope it's important if you're gonna keep messaging me. Thank you for letting me know. Salute. With that being said, shout out to who else we got up in here. Border Jump Music said just in time. Madonix Coffee arrived. Salute. You already know what it is. What up, Ivan, Everett, Gilchrist? Who else we got up in here? Black Cuddy. Salute to the Black Spades. We got the Black Spades up in the house. What up, DZ, BBN West? Salute. He said top of the morning, BBN Frost. Is Friday. Still hangover for I'm good, homie. I'm not hungover. Not for nothing, but I don't generally get hungover. I usually know when my limit is, usually. Who else we got up in here? What up, the Reggie? Is that it? The R3G? I'm the R3G? Okay, I'm just gonna call you Reggie. Copy, homie. Reggie says we got a good topic today. I think so. I just hope so. What up, the Dean? The Dean says BB and Family Jack. Frost, top of the morning, top of the AM. Salute, the Dean. How you doing this morning? Reggie actually says, I just like to tell you all we are blessed to wake up this morning. Happy Friday. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody tell you different. What's up, Prince Tuamir? Salute, my brother. You are the sponsor for today's video. Who else we got up in here? Straight Stacking says BB and Family, thank you most high for another day. Have a positive day, y'all. That's a fact. Everybody have a positive day. Look, positive thoughts create cause for positive things to happen. That's why we dub niggas, because we want everybody that's trying to push negative thoughts to us to get the fuck up out of here. We don't got no time for none of them niggas. Hey, hold on. Don't say nothing yet.
Out of the bag, I just want to say I haven't seen anything of your stuff. How come I'm not seeing you live no more? What the fuck?
I don't know. YouTube. I don't know what to tell you. To be honest with
Keep seeing this idiot, the Jimmy Jam bullshit.
you. I don't know what YouTube is doing, homie. I'm my lives go every day. You already know what it is. You want to say what's up to the people?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, what's up? We got Mr. Will Cornish on the line. Say what's up, Will.
What's good? What's good?
All right, calling in, checking in, tapping in as usual. You know, we
Nice day out here.
all right, that's what it is. It definitely is a beautiful day. Don't let nobody lie to you.
So what's happening, Captain? What's going on out there?
Today we talking about the whole Tory Lanez. He dropped some music the other day, and it was fire.
Oh, that's my man.
Yeah.
Tory, tight as hell.
Yeah,
I got his personal number. I talk to him on a regular.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what it is.
Yep. I've done many shows with him. I know his brother. Shout out Sos Peterson up in Canada. Shout my man out. I know his dad. Soulstar. He's man. That dude. You want some real inspiration, motivation? You need to follow him on Instagram. Y'all are hoes.
Got me.
Seriously.
Yeah, so we talking about the Tory Lanez situation. I'm happy Tory Lanez came out and spoke, because at the end of the day, if you only let one side talk, then we don't know. Like, you can never just go off of one side.
Yeah. Well, I've been speaking to his brother for like the last, I don't know, since everything happened with Meg. I actually spoke to his brother, and he was telling me he was about to say something, come back out. He told me to just hang tight, and everybody will hear what really happened, this and that. You know what I mean? And me, I haven't really followed it too much, to be honest with you. I just know a few things I've seen here and there, so I really don't, and I don't really ask him, because we're friends, you know what I mean? So it's almost like if your friend got in trouble, you don't really want to hear shit from anybody else.
If they want to talk about it with you, they will. Yeah, that's what it is, though.
Exactly. I've been to his house in Florida and all that, in Brickell, you know what I'm saying? Well, me and 6ix9ine were there, actually. I'm the one that did the video when they were there with Shotty and all them. That's my video.
Okay, that's what's up. But I'm
One
definitely
that went viral.
Okay, let's go.
Thank
Will
God-
over
thank
here
God I
flexing.
Thank God I wasn't the one that, thank God it wasn't in the video, because I hate being in the videos. You know what I mean? I don't scratch that nonsense.
Okay. Yeah, so
I'm low key.
So we're all happy that not for nothing, but we make jokes over here. We make jokes about people all the time. I have nothing personal against any artist or anything like that, so because we just make jokes.
Right.
But I'm very happy that Tory came out and spoke, because at the end of the day, I personally don't like when only one side of the story comes out. Like, even if you're gonna whatever it is, let your side come out.
Yeah. The media is gonna go crazy though. You know how many times I've seen the media, sit there and terrorize and beat up Tekashi on a regular.
That's a
You
fact.
can put the same situation here, same thing happen. You know what I mean? They're gonna do anything to sell views. That's all they really care about. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact.
So, at the end of the day, they'll twist it, whatever.
All right. So one of the things that I'm gonna say, because, and this is another thing, Tory is an incredible artist. He's a great writer.
Oh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no question about that.
So I am pretty sure he got some heat for these fools. For real. He's an incredible artist.
Yeah. When he drops something and he talks about it in a song, it's gonna get real. Yeah, definitely.
And
No question.
in addition, just my opinion, I could be wrong. If it does come out that the chain of events that we heard aren't necessarily what happened, there's quite a few people that's not going to look the same, because it seems like they was out here trying to push a narrative that they knew was incorrect, rather than just either being quiet or talking the truth.
Right. Yep. So yeah, that's true. I mean, he's still got a long career to go. He's good. You know what I mean? Now he's independent. He's not with his label no more. He's independent. He's doing his thing, and me and the brother talked about that too.
Who was his previous label?
Oh shit, who was it? Damn, that's a good question. I thought it was like Atlantic, right, or somebody like that. I forget, honestly.
But he
I was
now.
told, but that was like years ago, and I really don't, I didn't really follow it too much, because he's not my
Interscope.
Was it Interscope?
Interscope.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Shot Murder.
Yeah. A lot of those people now, like a lot of the labels, you're gonna see them start falling apart because the artists are catching on.
Yeah.
And now they're creating what's called an imprint label, where they basically partner with the label and get money to do their thing. They learn how to distribute and do their own stuff themselves instead of, you know.
But that's only right though, because it's crazy to you do dang 100% of the work, but somebody else get 90% of the profit.
Oh yeah, that's insane. Yeah, insanity at its best. Well, that's just, you know, that's leveraging. That's what's called exploiting an artist. When you exploit an artist, that's exactly what that is. You know what I mean?
Got me.
So, and a lot of people do it in this industry because, damn, I found out from somebody that's been in for years and years and years, a lot more than I ever knew. Because remember, I came from the corporate world. I didn't really know the music business well. And to find out, actually recently, that the music world is surrounded around thugs. It has been for years. It's been around from the mob. The mob actually controlled the majority of it, you know? So them controlling the majority of it makes it all exploitable and makes, you know, why artists were getting ripped off, why everybody, you know, everybody in general was getting ripped off, you know? And again, it was all mob controlled. So that's why it's the way it is. It's not regulated. You know, because again, they control a lot of the senators and a lot of these people will get elected, so it all triggers and filters down. You know, and I was unaware of that myself personally. I didn't know that's how that worked. You know, I know they're big in the construction world. So in the construction world, when I was, you know, a state contractor, I knew it then. What that was going on in that industry, I knew for sure that was going on. You know, like only certain people would win certain jobs all the time, no matter what.
Coincidentally, I'm not trying to take this anywhere else, but the West Side Highway, not the West Side Highway, all of the buildings that was built over there on the West Side that basically is like Trump's buildings in New York City. There was a whole thing that revolved around that also, because basically the monies that they used to pay Trump, they got from Harlem. So Harlem they took the money from Harlem in order to pay Trump and those specific unions, and we already know what unions is, especially when you come to construction, those specific unions that ain't even in that community. So they took money from Harlem allegedly to go build all the Trump buildings over there on the West Side. So Trump's been screwing people over for a long time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no question, you know. And you got to realize again, anything. Now, this is as real as it gets, and I know from experience. Again, I was a part of the construction world for many, many years, and I'm in Connecticut. I was a state contractor at the time, and I can tell you right now, if you sit there and review all the different bids that were awarded when it comes to schools, when it comes to the state agencies, all the big plays, the big money guys.
Yeah.
The funny thing you'll notice is the same companies win every single time. No matter if somebody comes in with a lesser price. What does that say to you?
Well,
and come to find out, I find out later as you get deeper into it, see, like, this is a thing. I got deeper into it because I was like, well, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? And I was fortunate enough to win quite a few of my bids because I was a service company. I provided services, IT services, you know? So when I provided those IT services, it all trickled down to where, you know, I'm going into schools that are all being constructed and got billions of dollars from the federal government. And they actually had an entire team up here in Connecticut with the state that all they did was go after government bids to win money for each city. That's all their job. Now, when they did that and then they won the monies, they put the money into a account over here for the state, right? And that would be the state's money to use for each school, each location, right? So when they did that, when they did that, they would deliberately put it out to bid because they have to. It's the law. It's a federal law. To get those monies, you have to do that. But again, I'll go back and say, this particular company kept winning. And when I got more into it, because every once in a while you don't put up with somebody's bullshit. Yeah. You confront them on their bullshit, and they're trying to have you do shit illegally, meaning run wire a certain way when you know you can't. You can get fined by the state or lose your license, and my guys would get pissed and say, no, we're not doing that. They insist on doing it, or they pull us away from that particular part of the job, and they would do it and send somebody else in to do it, use their license. Okay? Now, this happened a lot to where I started investigating more and saying, what the hell is going on here? Like, how the hell are they just doing sloppy jobs like this? And they did it all the time. You know what I mean? And again, it narrowed down to somebody of, or used to be a minority in the U.S. many years ago, a particular race, and those particular individuals were tied into the mob. Yeah. It took me a while to figure that out because I'm not affiliated with any of that stuff. I don't partake in any of the craziness. I don't do any of that. You know, it's nothing I'm interested in or ever was, you know. And granted, I was approached many a time to help out and do this and that and become a part and help out some sort of way, but no way in hell, you know, because you know where that leads to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All of a sudden, you got a pimp.
That's a fact.
Oh, it's just like that. Yeah, you got a pimp now. You better do everything they say, and they take all your money. It's typical, you know.
You basically put yourself in a situation like
yeah,
Takashi
that's
was just
really in New York, especially in New York. That is really very heavy in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything electrical, carpentry, any type of construction period is run heavily by New York, in New York, by the mob. I can tell you there are, what they'll do is they'll let the big people win that they always let win. And then they'll turn around and once they win the bid, what they do is, to be slick, is they let minority-owned businesses come in and handle some of the work for pennies. So basically, here you are again, now you got a pimp. Yeah, come through, do the work. Yeah, we'll pay you all right, but you ain't winning the big job no matter what, so don't waste your fucking time. Don't even bid on it. But we'll give you all the little bits and pieces. We'll throw you crumbs. You do the job. You'll make decent money, but you ain't make nothing like what we making.
We're gonna keep you around so we look good. So we don't look like we doing the bullshit we actually doing. So we're gonna keep minorities around.
Yep. Because what they would do is, and what's crazy is with the federal government, they say most of the bids have to be won by minority-owned businesses. Well, guess what? The minority-owned business itself is not going to win. Let's start with that. It's not fucking happening. Number one, it's not happening. Forget it. If you think that's happening, you're nuts. All they'll win is projects only of a certain size. That's it. They control that fully. They make sure, okay, we're going to win a few because the state has to, so they don't look crazy to the feds, because the feds will go crazy on that.
Got a question. Shannon says, or they funnel it through minority business owners, like the bid or whatever the case is. Does that happen?
That's what we're talking about. But no. See, okay, so how it works is, shit, you're talking about some shit I did for 30 years.
Copy.
How they do it is they'll go in, the big company, let's say any big construction company. One I know is big is Manafort Brothers. Okay, Manafort actually went down, they're from Connecticut. They went down to New York and they actually did the World Trade Center cleanup, all the mess. Mm-hmm. Okay, got paid very well for it. But how they won the bid is they went in and they requested contracts or bidding from subcontractors to do the job. And they said, you all have to be minority-owned businesses. X amount of your company has to be owned by a minority, blah, 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 blah. And now it gives them the power to go after the bid with all minority-owned businesses, but still they won the fucking bid. So it's really not fucking minority run. None of it's done. Yeah, are they doing the work? Yeah, they're doing the work. But they still never won the jobs.
That's a fact. And then on top of that, they didn't even put in... Wait,
just to be clear, I'm not even a minority. You understand? Okay, I'm a white guy. But I'm telling you this, that I've seen it firsthand, that they will only let them win certain bids, and it has to be a certain way, structured a certain way. You have to own 51% of the company, be a minority, yada, yada, yada. And they'll filter it through these guys, that are minorities, African Americans. And they'll say, yeah, man, so we're going to give you this bid. And the guy that wins the bid, the African American guy's like, yeah, I'm working this big job, da, 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 da. Dude, you're really not, bro. At the end of the day, so-and-so construction actually runs the fucking bid. They're the GC, not you. So what did you win? You just got pimped. Talking about. Yeah, you got a pimp. Like it or not, you got a pimp. So you're getting played. At the end of the day, it's straight bullshit, and I've seen it. And again, I say this because, listen, I got cousins that are mixed. They're African American and white. My family's never been like that. I'm from Maine originally, and I never, It was never a color thing. All my kids are Puerto Rican, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So we never was raised that way. So a lot of this stuff throughout my whole life, I never quite comprehended too well and where it came from. You know, I was also in the military, in the Marine Corps as well. You understand? And when I went in, shit, it was fucking, everybody was, it was mainly African-American in the Marine Corps in the 80s. Yeah. So, you see, so at the end of the day, they were getting played fully, and they were just happy to get something at that level, something big.
Also, I just want to add real quick on top of what you're saying, because I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. When they go and allow for the to make their little consortium of minority groups, then they allow for the other person to the person who isn't a minority to go for the bid. That's also taking minority bids out of the equation. People who would have bid, it's also doing that, isn't it?
No, it's not. No,
I mean, because I don't think I explained myself. I'm saying because the people that they're a part of they all grouping together to get the minorities. That means that those specific minorities that's working under the other individual, they're not putting in bids. Are they still putting in bids?
No, listen. So how it works is they'll put in bids, but they're guaranteed not to win. They're never going to win.
Copy.
I'm just telling you, it's a complete waste of their time.
And they know this.
Because what they'd rather do is go with the bigger company, even though they're paying more. This is a crazy part. They're paying way more money to these other companies, which makes no fucking sense. And on top of it, they're paying prevailing wage. Do you know what prevailing wage is?
Put us on.
Okay, prevailing wage. What prevailing wage is, okay, when you do construction and you go for a bid, prevailing wage is the federal government and the guidelines in the state as well say that, listen, for a person that does drywall with the state of New York, you have got to get paid this amount. And it's usually about a big amount, like it'd be 100, 125 an hour, some ridiculous amount of money, okay? And that's because it's unionized. You understand? So now what will happen is a job that could probably get done for half, let's say it's a $10 million job, 10 million, right? It could probably get done for 5, actually, and be done just as well as if you did it for the 10. You understand? But they do it for the 10 to control. They have the labor unions involved, and those labor unions get paid double what the average person would get paid, if not 3 times. They get paid a ridiculous amount of money. So, of course, the unions never want to stop, and that's what's ruining the U.S. right now, is those unions, because they're overpaying people, meaning that they're overpaying them so much money that these people, of course, they'll kill somebody. You see, that's why the labor, that's why the unions will fight people when they come on the job and they're not unionized. Stuff like that, because they're losing their footing. They're losing their pay, okay? So if somebody comes in again, let's go back to the same thing. They come in, they're putting up drywall for a school. Boom, they bid on it. Their bid's going to come in for $100,000. Now, if they go in, excuse me, if they come in at a prevailing wage price, which basically is 2 to 3 times that, now it just became $250,000 to $300,000. You see what I'm saying? For the same work, there's no difference in work, none. Because the way the bid process works, they say what screws they want, they say what beams they want, they say what type of drywall it has to be. Everything's very well documented and clear on what exactly you need. So it's across the board. It's very easy to provide the actual material and get it done. But that's the crazy part about it, man. This is such a shit show. You have no idea. Like I said, I did it for 30 years of my life, and I won I won a good percentage of the bids. I won several state contracts over here and did very well, for many years, So that's kind of where it ran into the business I do now. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And again, the craziest part is that federal guidelines allow the process that they're using. Okay, meaning that when a GC, general contractor, that's mob-owned, first of all, is going to win very quickly because of their relationships, right? They're going to take top consideration, number one. Then number two, the federal guidelines are allowing, listen, you need to use minority-owned. They're allowing, through the federal legislation, allowing them to use minority-owned subcontractors as the minority businesses. So once they put in their bid, they can say, hey, I'm using so-and-so, Joe Schmo over here, and he's going to do our drywall, and this is what the bid's coming in at. But guess what? They marking it up and then resend it into the government, the total price. When Joe Schmo doesn't know what portion of his side actually is being bid out, like he'll never get that number because he'll just see an overall big number for the whole job. So it's basically, he's getting pimped out, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
I keep saying it because that's exactly what it is. That defines it fully.
That sounds like, yeah, basically, I can't think of a better better term for it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How do you think we can fight this?
There's the only way that it could actually be stopped is, and this is the crazy part. So with minority-owned businesses, they're allowed to go over cost by, I think it's, I forget the amount. I think it's like 15% over the cost of an actual job with no problem and still be considered. They'll be considered first still. But again, I keep saying the same thing. They're not going to win that bid, man. They're not going to win that bid because the other people could go over 25% over cost and still win it because, again, you're dealing with the mob. So the mob helps people get elected. The mob puts people in seats. The mob gets people to vote. You know, they get all their union. Think about it. Think about everybody in the union, how big the union is. Okay, now you control the carpenters union, electrical union, plumbers union. All these unions are all controlled by these people because they help them get their money right. You understand? So when they sit there and help control all these different facets of the construction industry, the waste union, all those people that work for those companies, they say to these fuckers, listen, you're going to fucking vote, and this is who you're voting for. These fuckers go and do it. So think about it. Now, if you can win elections for people, you're going to do what the fuck they tell you. Because now you're set for life, you know? Don't get into politics. I'll tell you how horrible that is, too. But, you know, because when you get elected and you get put into office as a senator, right, you'll go in and you do only 2 years, right? 2 to 4 years, whatever it is, or a representative. You go in and you do your 2 years and then you get out. You know, do you realize you get health care for the rest of your life? Are you aware of that?
No, I mean, I am now.
Yeah, they give you health care for 2 years' work for the rest of your goddamn life. And we pay for it.
Shit, I need to become a senator for 2 quick years and get out of that work. That's a fact.
I'm trying to tell you, and I got to double check, but I'm pretty sure as well that you still get a pay as well. Not what you got while you were in office, but you get X amount as well. You know, all that money is shit out every single, they get paid as well. That's insane. That's insanity at its fullest. Why the hell would we not give health care to citizens that don't have the money? But we'll give it to some asshole that happened to win and did 2 years only in office.
That's crazy.
I fucking mind. Are you crazy?
That's crazy.
And it's not average health care. It's full health care till they die.
Does it extend to their family or just their immediate family? Or just?
Of course it does. You must be kidding me. Of course. Yeah.
Wow, that's insanity.
And we have to pay, as a taxpayer, you pay for it. Just so you know. So every time you pay taxes, you're going. Now, let me ask you something. If they took that away, now think of every senator, every government official, you know, House of Representative rep, whatever the case may be, whatever they signed up for, through all these years, for the last 20 years, everyone that went in and left, you know, on a good note, went in, left, did their time, whatever, got beat out, but every single one has health care. That's their lives. How much do you think that costs?
Well, I think there's even a more important aspect of this. There's no need for them to fix our healthcare problem in America because they don't even exist inside of it. So while people are upset at how our healthcare is and trying to get affordable healthcare and trying to get good healthcare, this isn't even a concern for them because they don't pay for anything anyway. If it was $1 million, it's cool. If it was $5, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't care. And at the end of the day, think about this too. If they went and changed it for the citizens, that could affect some of theirs. Anything that's going to affect their money or their situation, you can bet your ass will never get voted in correctly. It's not happening. You know, anything that affects them. So you got to realize at the end of the day, you'll never get a real clear or a good running chance, you know, working with the government that way. It's just not going to happen, you know. So So it's almost like saying, okay, so let's cut the pay for a representative or a senator because we want to take care and give good health care to other people. How quick do you think that bill's going to pass? That ain't going nowhere. That's just dead in the water. Don't even send it. Don't even request it. It's not happening. You know.
Wow.
Because again, no matter what, people don't give a shit about themselves. That's the reality of it.
And then, I'm gonna tell you the funny part. Like, you're explaining all of this, and you still got people out there that swear that other people just aren't trying hard enough. The game's rigged. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they have no idea what they're talking about. Yeah, yeah. It's not about trying hard, not trying hard. At the end of the day, you're hiring officials, putting them on, and at the end of the day, reality check is, when they want to become a senator, it's very rarely that they actually want to help people. Look at the advantages. Find out, Google what it says. What does a New York State senator get paid a year? Google it. And then Google how long they get paid after they get out of office.
Okay, here we go.
And I already know the healthcare part. I don't even have to ask you, but you can Google that too. Say, how long does the healthcare last? It lasts for life.
Okay, so it says 2 years, right? Authority,
Yep.
Article 3, New York Constitution. It says 120,000 per year, per diem.
Yeah. 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 That's not other incentives and other things that they have as well. They can get paid for so many other things too. But yeah,
we're not even talking about, and we're not even talking about the shit that slide under the table.
And I'm pretty sure they get housing costs and other extras incentives as well, more than likely.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do healthcare. Let's put last.
But anyway, you'll see. So they have it for the rest of their lives. If they allowed, let me tell you, if they allowed to enter into a bill, I know it would never get signed, but if you said, hey, listen, while you're in office, in all fairness, for the 2 years, you definitely get full benefits and all health care. But once you leave, it stops. If you did that, do you realize how much money this country would save? In the trillion.
Well, not just that, but if that was actually done, another thing that'll happen is they'll start playing fairly when they're out here dealing with the healthcare issues of the regular citizen. They'll allow for healthcare to be more affordable at the end of the day, because we got healthcare. We have things that people need to do, like chemotherapy and whatnot, that in other countries they pay damn near half or nothing, damn near in some places. And over here in America, you got to pay 2, 3, 4 months of rent or 6 months of rent.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it boils down to the fact that people are not going to give up anything on their side to help somebody else. It's not going to happen. You know, and that's the big disgust behind it. Like, again, if you got to think for a minute. So you're not putting this in perspective. Think of within the last, let's say 10 years, right? Because most of these people aren't dead, they're still alive. Within 10 years, how many senators and representatives went in office and rotated out every 2 years? How many?
Wow.
In the United States of America, every single state.
Yeah, that's
and they have health care for the rest of their lives. Like, they basically, it's like as if they joined the military, which is insane because they didn't fucking do shit. All they did was sit around, goof around, do stupid shit that's not helping us anyway half the time. Yeah.
That's a fact.
So think about that. So think about how big that money is. Okay, now I propose let's give them the 2 years only that they were there, because that's when they're actually working. That's when they're actually worth anything.
Agreed.
When they're out running around, what the hell are they doing for us after that? Not a goddamn thing.
I'm even halfway okay with the I'm just up. We can't give them full coverage. I'm even half okay with giving them 25%, not 25. That the government will pay 25%. They got to pay 75%. I'd rather that. Full coverage is insane.
Well, if you look, you'll see it's actually full.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's insane.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Full benefits until they die. Then when they
insane.
die, guess what? Their funeral and everything gets paid for as well.
Yeah, that's insane.
How many people you know in your lifetime that actually somebody passed away and they couldn't even bury him?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Some families go broke, or they
But
really struggle
but
for years trying to pay for burial and funeral
but
expenses.
but even worse. But how many people do you know that actually turned around that happened to, and when they couldn't get it, they paid taxes their whole lives.
Yeah.
Like had a really good job and paid their taxes the whole time. And then when it comes down to the wire, when they really need them, nobody's there.
That's a fact. That's one of the concepts behind why they try to tell you to go get life insurance. Why everybody needs life insurance, so that when you do pass away, that your family can bury you.
Well, at the end of the day, if you're paying those taxes in, right, which you do every single month, whenever taxes are paid on your behalf or you pay them, you're telling me they couldn't put $1.
I agree.
$1.
I agree.
$10 a month to cover you, so you're good whenever you die, or whatever that case may be. And they could even take that money and set it aside, put it in a non-escrow account, gain interest on it, and guess what? There's a lot more money there. Put every citizen down for that.
That's
Every single citizen in the United States, and see how that pans out. That would fix the whole Social Security like within a few months.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I think, just between me and you, I don't even think the Social Security thing exists anymore. I think they done gave all of the Social Security funds to the freaking military at this point. I don't even think that shit really exists.
I don't think the military. I think it's more that there are citizens out there manipulating and using the Social Security for bullshit.
That's a fact.
You know, just to not work, because we got some of the laziest people in the goddamn world over here.
No, that's a whole fact.
People lazy as hell.
Like you got,
That's not including people with mental illness. They need it. Other people that really need it, that doesn't count. That's obvious. You know, that's a given. You know, but there are people running around pretend they have those those things and not really having it and getting away with it.
Not just that, but so I grew up in the Bronx, and when I was growing up, it was when I was a kid, like you had a lot of parents, even like when I became a teenager in early 20s, you had a lot of parents that was trying to make it seem like there was something wrong with their child when there wasn't, just so they don't have to work, so they could try to get money, so they try to go get their kids on all type of different medications and everything, and there ain't nothing wrong with their kid. Now they make something wrong with their kid just so they don't have to work. So people are lazy.
That happens everywhere. Yeah. It happens like I say, I got family members that actually tried it, and you know, it worked out for them. Like I know for a fact it happens everywhere. It's horrible. You know, I personally never did that. I'd rather be poor. Personally, I wouldn't do that.
Anybody that would do that to their child, that's just. I don't even want to speak on that. That's just horrible to want to do that to your child in the first place.
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, so that's kind of how it's structured. So the way everything's been structured for all these years was deliberately made to, you know, but again, you know, okay, let's go through it again. So if you have all state rep, the House of Reps, and then you have the senators all together, you know, think about it. Are they going to vote on anything that's going to jeopardize their money or what they're doing or what they're getting? First of all, they feel like they're owed it. You know, that's the crazy part. When they actually work for us, we don't work for them. You know, they work for us. Allegedly, they work for us. Say it. Go ahead, man. Say it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they work for us. It's the biggest con in the world, because if they did work for us fully, they would agree to anything that really helps us.
Facts.
It doesn't benefit them. You know, but, you know, you're asking people to be God-fearing good people, which is just not going to happen. You know.
Facts.
They're not even in office for that, you know. They're not even thinking about that. Even though they're gonna promote themselves like that, but you see when they really get in office, you see their real face when they're in office, when they're elected, when they got their hooks in. You know, and then again, like anything else in the government, most of those people are just a face.
That's a fact.
They represent nothing. You know, they represent only interests of people that have been in office for years and years and years that aren't going anywhere, you know. We can build this right into Trump. Trump's a billionaire, has a lot of influence all across the world because he is a billionaire, because billionaires are billionaires and they're all friends.
Yeah.
They all mess with each other. They all fuck with each other. No matter what you want to say or think, every billionaire is somehow connected in some way, shape, or form. Okay. And Trump being a billionaire, he's one of those people that can be influenced and will influence positions for the wealthy to stay wealthy and get even more money. whatever that takes. Literally.
All right. Yo, you have just informed us. I appreciate you. I always appreciate you when you come in because you come through with all the facts, my brother. And this is a fact network. You come through with all the facts. Definitely always appreciate you when you come in teaching us about things that we might not have known and putting us on the game.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
So again, minority-owned business in America, minority-owned business means very little.
Copy.
Means very little. Okay, so even if, like, let's say you go in and you go to SBA and you get a minority-owned business loan as well, that's also set up for you to fail in some way, shape, or form, and or to make sure that they get, you know, they'll give you a loan all day long, but again, they're looking to get big monies, or you're a write-off if you don't do well. So there's that other section too, you know, that they're happy to oblige. So you'll see, it's total bullshit. And not to be on the negative note, but it's reality. I mean, in the U.S., that's what it is. You know, like I'll give you a prime example. I talk to Akon on a regular basis. Okay. You know, and why do you think Akon's doing everything for Africa? Why do you think he's doing that? For fun? Or does he know and realize that that's a country that's emerging, that's perfect for the design and thought process that they're trying to put together? You know, he's actually a genuine. I can say in the industry is the first person I ever met that was actually genuine and real. And talk to him, you see he's not full of shit. You see he's very respectful. You see he's a very just a good person. Which in the music industry, do those exist?
Well, I like Akon because first of all, I enjoy seeing people not being swayed by public opinion. So I like people with their own mind. I think that's important. Right. We should have people with their own mind. So I rock with Akon. He always seems to be trying to put out positive energy, and so I rock with him. I never seen Akon trying to put out negative energy, trying to destroy other people.
Nope.
Never. I've never seen that type of energy from him. Shout out to Akon. Could we get some clap it up for Akon in the chat, please? We also clap it up for Mr. Will Cornish pulling up. Whenever you hear me calling somebody missing something, it's because I'm really feeling a vibe. So shout out to Mr. Will Cornish. Can we get clap it up for everybody in the chat right now, please? Let's clap it up. Just curious. You just spoke on Akon. What did you think about if you want to comment on this? If you want to comment on this, what did you think about when Akon spoke to my son?
That was interesting. You know, we talked about that. Him and I spoke about it. Now the guy, this My Song guy, no offense to his career, whatever. I don't even know the guy. I had no idea who the fuck he was. No clue. It just happened to pop up because, you know, on YouTube, because again, whenever I hop on YouTube, I get suggestions of stuff I've watched in the past because I've seen Akon do other interviews. So naturally it popped up. You know, I saw them going back and forth and, you know, them talking about the snitching thing, this and all that stuff, that big argument, you know, and you know, you're not gonna like, you know, what happened, man. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, at the end of the day,
agree.
You know what I mean? 6ix9ine at least stepped up and said, "Hey, man, yeah, I did it. That's it." And I'm not protecting him. I'm just saying, think about it. He said, "Yeah, I did it." You know what I mean? And I was not willing to take on that responsibility of all the bullshit. You know, even though I was a part of it, but a lot of it, you know, didn't involve him. The reason why the federal government was there, it did not involve him, stuff he did, you know? So he even had to take some charges that weren't even fucking him, but he had to deal with it, right?
That's a fact. So, I actually saw some charges on that was against 6ix9ine that I personally, from my knowledge, it wasn't even for his charges. He just, like I tried to tell everybody, it looks like the government came to him with whatever they came to him with, and he was just like, "Look, I'm not going to fight you on nothing. I'm just going to do the thing I need to do because my life really is in danger," or whatever his situation might have been. Yeah. But the Akon thing that I wanted to speak on, that the reason why I brought it up is because I already had high resolve, or by Akon, I had a high hold Akon up like a really high, and then I saw the way that he actually knew the case. He didn't just go there with my son to argue. I think my son was there to argue, but he actually knew the case, and he was actually trying to have a discussion about in a very important discussion, a much more important discussion than just snitching, and that's the discussion on how we should treat each other, especially when we're on the same team. And that's the type of discussion that looked like Akon was trying to have. That's the type of discussion I would like to have with somebody also on this specific topic. Like, the bigger problem is, or another problem, I'm not going to say which problem is the bigger problem, but the problem is that you can't have somebody on your team and you, for lack of a better term, bitching them out, pimping them out. You like, so that energy is what created the situation or made the situation worse. And that's probably what I believe Akon was trying to say. I don't think Akon was trying to give him a pass for snitching. I think Akon was trying to say, well, more than just snitching happened. A whole bunch of other shit happened also. Let's not just talk about the snitching in a vacuum. Let's talk about everything. Let's see the forest for the trees.
Yeah, well, no, he was saying, let's talk about what led up to it. You know, let's talk about what actually led up to it. You know what I mean? Granted, it happened. It definitely happened. You know, nobody's negating that. It's just that he said, let's talk about what happened and led up to that, you know? And, you know, are you okay with that? Like, would you be okay? And I tell you what, I guarantee that dude right there that was talking with Akon would definitely not be sitting there. You know, if he's willing to sit there and do X amount of years, that many amount of years, let's say it's even 20. He's willing to sit down and do 20 years in federal prison for some crap that these guys threw him into and everything. He's a fool. He's a complete, you know, okay. So it's not like, okay, if you're running around and you guys all selling drugs together, okay, and you know that. You know you're out there selling drugs and you're about to get arrested for that. Listen, you're all the way in.
That's a fact.
Selling drugs is one thing. But when it comes to conspiracy and all these other things that you're really not a part of, like you're not a decision maker. You're not the person that made, you know, you may run around and hee-hee-ha-ha with a bunch of people, which people do that all the time, you know, but you're not going to sit there. You really think you're going to, it's fair for you to eat that whole sandwich? Like, that's crazy.
That's a fact. I'm not even going to lie to you. And even more importantly, a point that I don't remember if Akon brought it up, but I think he did. But this is a thing I'm always saying, and I heard 6ix9ine say it himself. If he would have actually been in jail, he would have been locked up basically with all the people that was doing him dirty when he was out here on the street. How long do you expect him to live?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So
yeah.
it was so important for him to do as little or no time as possible for himself and his own preservation. And don't forget, self-preservation is the strongest fucking emotion we got. That's the strongest thing we feel, to survive. And this is coming from a guy that almost drowned 6 times, and I don't know how to swim, and I saved myself all 6 times. So, with that being said, as far as that is going, I think that's why that whole conversation that Akon had with my son, it just didn't fit, because all my son wanted to do was say snitch, 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 and Akon is like, but hold on, this thing happened, that thing happened, that thing happened. Let's talk about that. He's like, no, but my son also made a reference, and this is crazy, and I don't even think he believes this. I just think he just said it. He also made a reference that he would basically choose the streets over his own family.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
That's bananas.
Okay. He's full of shit. I don't believe any of that nonsense.
No. I've seen him with his family. He loves his family. He is not choosing the fucking streets over his family. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let him get in a 20-year situation. 5. Let's see how that goes then.
I think it's all cap. He ain't doing that.
Oh, you know why? Because he's not in that situation. And he'll never put it. This is the thing. He'll never put himself in that situation. So to even make a comment like that is foolish, because you need to know that he'll just never put himself in that situation. He would at least walk away, you know? But when you're running around having fun with it, just like rah, just not on no real stuff, but just kind of like thinking of it as like an illusion, something that's there but not really real. Yeah, then at that point you'll just be like, yeah, you know, which a lot of people across the country, a lot of kids across the country were all shouting, you know, shouting the name, that gang name, you see? And all that was just they wanted to believe in something. They wanted to follow something, which most of the world likes to do. They like to believe in something and follow something. You know, they just want to shout something out just to be a part of it, not knowing what it really is at all, having no idea.
That's a fact.
Which is crazy.
All right. Got a question. I want to kind of swerve away from this topic a little. because we're supposed to be talking about Tory Lanez is the topic this day. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions. Not too much. I'm not gonna pry. But as far as with Tory Lanez's music that you see him coming out with, he dropped this track. He's going at everybody. We don't know Tory Lanez personally. You do. I just want to say I'm pretty sure that he's extremely broken up over this situation, and he looks like an emotional individual, so he's obviously upset at the way that he's been portrayed. Do you see him doing in the future? What do you see him being able to do as far as musically? Because before you even answer, I do want to say I think that he is top tier songwriter. I think right now he's a top tier songwriter. So even if he doesn't make music himself, people would be behooved to work with him and have him write music for them, even if he is not making the music himself. So my question to you is, what do you see Tory Lanez's career doing from this point on, and just in your opinion?
I mean, me personally, I don't see him switching up. I mean, the guy's a good vocalist, a good artist all the way around.
Yeah.
So I don't see him just stopping. That's crazy. I don't think he would. I mean, I wouldn't advise him to. You know, so I don't quite grasp it myself, where people, you know, and I see a lot of people upset at him and what happened, you know, because of Meg Thee Stallion, blah blah blah, you know. But again, I'm not well versed on what exactly happened. You know what I mean? I wasn't there. I can't speak on it, you know. But I don't see Tory being this big demon and shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot on purpose. I don't see that, you know. I don't see that.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't know the guy, but I don't see that energy from him neither. I'm totally surprised. I make a million jokes about the shit. Let's not get it confused. But if we're gonna ask what I think, even if that happened the way that they say, it had to have been an accident. I don't know what. I don't see Tory Lanez on purpose shooting anyone. Not on purpose, unless his life or something is maybe in danger. We've already know Tory Lanez to boss up to whole grown men. All right, so
yeah,
I think there has to be something else involved in it. I mean, personally, obviously, you know, I would love to talk to him about it, but
yeah, Tory's cool too. Tory's cool. He's a little dude too. He's not a big guy. He's like a little guy.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Finish what you gonna say. My fault.
I said Tory's cool too. He's a good dude. You know what I mean? He's a little guy. He's not like this big guy that's going to be able to just beat people up. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't see that ever happening.
But I did see him boss up to a couple of artists before. That's all I'm saying. I've seen him stand his ground. I've seen him not be a pussy. So.
He's not. No, definitely not. He'll talk mad shit to them. You know.
Yeah. So I don't know.
In general, he's not a big guy.
Yeah.
He's probably like 5 something.
He's diminutive in stature. We get it.
Yeah, he's small. Yeah.
So I don't see him purposely saying, "Hey man, get back over here, bang bang," but I have seen situations happen where people have been tussling and then a shot ring out and then something might happen. So we don't know what happened. All we know is that he did apologize to Meg. We don't know what he apologized for. He didn't apologize for shooting her. He could have just been apologizing for arguing at her, or just apologizing for what she's going through. Because sometimes people go through things and we say sorry even though we're not the person who was at fault. And that's possibly what could have happened. We don't know at this point. I'm just happy that Tory Lanez has come out and let his because I always say, speak out. Let your voice be heard. Don't allow other people to write your narrative. So I'm happy that Tory Lanez is speaking out.
Yeah, me too, definitely.
And also, somebody was making a point saying that what was in her foot was probably bullet fragments. So if that is what it is, I'm not saying that is what it is, but if that is what it is, that would probably go with the situation of somebody pushed, tussled, the shot could have went off, hit the ground, and then ricocheted. So that's possibly what could have happened. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, either way, listen, either way, that doesn't negate the fact somebody shot something, so who cares, really?
Nobody. I'm just saying I try to be open-minded.
Not important. It's not going to make a difference if it was a fragment, whatever it was. It still was. There should have been no fragment. Should have been nothing. Nothing should have been shot. We got to agree with that.
I don't even understand how a gun was pulled. Just to be honest with you,
I don't see the reason for it.
Exactly. So
you know, I don't see Meg Thee Stallion as a tough guy. She talks a lot of shit, but I know most of the New Yorkers do. No offense, of course.
We got Eric Vasquez. Hold on. Eric Vasquez says Tory explained everything through the whole album. He said Rock Nation and Meg's team was in Meg's ear and told Meg to tell a lie. He said he didn't shoot anything. So apparently Tory Lanez is saying he didn't shoot anything at all, and that Meg's team told Meg Thee Stallion to lie. One thing that I want to say 100% is that she said she was walking away from the situation. So it's literally impossible for her to have seen who shot her unless they was like, what was she doing, looking in the mirror? So there's definitely more going on that we need to know about, but you can't pull a gun on a woman. That's you just can't do that. So we need to find out why the gun was exposed more than anything else. That's right now. I think that's the linchpin to this whole situation. But he's saying that he didn't do it, and she's saying he did. So right now it's what it should be up until we have more facts, and that's his word against her word. Because at the end of the day, let everybody come out and say what their narrative is.
First and foremost, if he did shoot at her and she got hit, okay, and she's saying it publicly, he would have got arrested. You realize that, right?
Yep.
No matter what. Where did this happen exactly? Because I don't know the real details on that. Where did it happen?
Okay, so there's like a couple of different stories out. I'm going to tell you the one that goes most closely with the one that we talk about on this channel. They was at a party. There was a situation that happened at Kylie Jenner's house, or whatever the case is. They were asked to leave. Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and their team was asked to leave. It was Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Meg's friend, and Tory security. They get into the vehicle. They're arguing the whole entire time from Kylie's house. They get into the vehicle. They're arguing from the vehicle. They're pulling off, whatever the case is. Meg ends up getting out because she says that she don't want to argue no more. Tory tells her to get back into the car, and that's when they're saying that the shots fired off and she got hit. So somebody is 100% lying. That is not that. Somebody has to be lying if he's saying that he didn't shoot her.
So let me understand that. So you're saying that Meg Thee Stallion was leaving and Tory shot her because she was leaving.
That sounds crazy. I don't know. That's her story. That's her story.
Okay.
that shit sound crazy, but that's her story. And up until yesterday, Tory didn't say anything
at all. That makes no sense whatsoever.
But up until yesterday, Tory didn't say anything. So we have to go with the one person that's talking until we get more information. And now Tory is saying he didn't shoot her at all. He's blaming stuff on the record label, and he's blaming stuff on Meg lying. My whole thing is, how could Meg have seen who shot her if she was looking the other way, walking away? So I've always said that. So up until we get more information, or whatever the case is, it is what it is. I'm just happy Tory came out and told his side of the story.
So listen, quick question. How long are you on for? Because I got to do something real quick. I'll have to call you back.
Nah, you can call me back. I'm only going to be on for about, we at 1:08. We stay on for about one hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. It's Friday.
All right.
Do 2 hours.
I'll put you back. Give me like 20 minutes or so. Okay,
Copy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, nice.
Shout out to Will Cornish calling in. For everybody that don't know, Will Cornish is a super agent, super manager. He's a super agent, super manager. For everybody that don't know, he does some of the biggest deals in hip hop. Shout out to him. Yeah, so Tory Lanez came out and spoke on this specific topic. No, Tory's a beast. Tory's an absolute beast. Remember, wait, hold on, let's slow down for a second. Remember when Tory Lanez was going at all of those rappers that he was like, who wants smoke? And he was just killing everybody. And then Dream Doll was the only one that really got the upper hand on him. And that's because she was a woman. And nigga, you made her sound like she was a whole prostitute out this bitch. So, but that's what these chicks be doing, not for nothing. They be sleeping with niggas for a couple racks and shit like that. It is what it is. But, yeah, he smoked JR's boots. Like, Tory Lanez is a good rapper, for real, for real. Y'all better stop playing with this nigga. For real, for real. He's a good rapper. But there's a lot of holes in that story. It's not my job to... I only can talk about the information we have. So now Tory Lanez is finally... I would love to fucking interview Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez needs to come to New York. You come to New York, right? I've already spoken to the Holiday Inn that I'm staying in. Shout out to the Holiday Inn. I already spoke to them. They're gonna give me a whole office to do the interview and a whole set. Tory, if you pull up, we do the interview, you get your word out there. Look, at the end of the day, I'm probably not the biggest platform, but I don't give a fuck about niggas. I don't give a fuck about niggas. I'm not really trying to be cool with nobody. When somebody is cool with me, I'm usually surprised. I'm usually, wait, hold on, they fuck with me? Like, I'm usually surprised. Because real talk, because I say what I want to say. So I'm usually surprised when people actually fuck with me. So if you ever hear me talking to somebody and be like, wait, hold on, they fuck with me? Sometimes I'm just surprised. Because I call shit down the middle and I don't take sides. With all that said, I need 1 second. Everybody give me 1 second. We'll be right back. Did I ever turn the damn volume down? God damn it. Anyway. Winter's coming. Alright. First of all, we had some drops come through. I want to apologize. I didn't call out the drops. We had a guest. I don't really like talking over the guests to call the drops out. So that's why we ain't call out those drops. Let's call those drops out right now. Copy? Let's see who in the saloon. I'm so busy waiting for this one fucking thing to pop up. Come on, YouTube, give it to me. Let's call out the drops real quick. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $5 drop. He said sarsaparillas. So Liberty Hazelton is in the saloon all by itself. Shout out to Iron Addict with the $1.99 drop. That dude outside in the window. He's like, hold on. Shout out to Iron Addict though. He's outside all pumped up off his muscles and shit. Like this in the window, watching fucking Liberty Hazelton drink on the sarsaparilla. Shout out to that shit. Oh man. Oh yeah, basically he said J.R. Smith be out here simping. That's a fact. He said J.R. Smith be out here simping. He went at him. Shout out to Salty with the $10 drop. Definitely appreciate you. Salty says, and I failed yesterday. I gotta go get a new cover for my screen. Salty Sack says, for whatever you want to spend it on, definitely appreciate you, my brother, because you know how these people be like, Jack, I'm sending Jack, don't send Jack money, he's gonna spend it on stuff he like. That's literally what these motherfuckers be saying. Yo, stop sending Jack money, he tried to pay his rent. Wait, what the fuck? Like, what is he supposed to do with the money? Stop sending Jack money, he tried to eat lunch. Like, what the fuck? The hell is going on here? I want to know what I'm supposed to be spending the donations on. All the haters. You got any haters in here right now? Can you please tell me what I'm supposed to be spending donations on? Cause I'm absolutely befuddled over here. Eric, shout out to Eric Vasquez. This do a thumbs up. We got 2 people inside of this. We got 3 people in the saloon this morning. We got Prince Tourmere in the saloon. We got Salty Sack. We got Liberty Hazelton, and now we got Foot and Ass Entertainment. Shout out to Foot and Ass Entertainment with the $10 drop. He said, I'm in the saloon. Play that Get the Bag song while I'm up in here. Oh, you did just send me a song, right? Foot in the Ass. I'll have it queued up for tonight's show. Copy. You did send me a song. I didn't get a chance to review it yet. Got me? We might have it queued up for the Tonight Show. Also, real quick, I want to give a shout out to everybody that I politicked last night. I'm gonna probably put a sizzle reel together soon, so we can see the people that fuck with the BBN. Like at the end of the day, so we can see the people that like us. I don't know no other way to tell you. So we're gonna we do a sizzle reel today. See the people that like us. You know, it is what it is. With all that being said. Okay, I don't know what y'all arguing about. I don't know what Eminem. This is like your second day in here just arguing with people. Is everything okay, baby girl? I'm just asking. King Will says, yo, that album was dope. Homeboy got busy on cats who talk reckless about him in the media. He clapped that more from the Joe Budden show. JPS said, your own studio. Yeah, I buy equipment that go in studios. Hold on. You see this camera? You see this camera? You see the computer that we have right now? You see this, all of this shit? Yeah, we spend it on that stuff too. What the fuck? Yeah, please don't. I don't know what that is. You just not. Just don't even go back and forth with the police if it's something you don't care about. I don't know what to tell you. I'll look at her comments next because one of y'all is about to get timed out. I just prefer not to do it. It's Friday, y'all. Yo, yeah, Redbone Shorty, she was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like being able to just go out and I got the live and I letting other people vibe and do their thing. I keep trying to tell y'all when I go and I pull up places, I keep trying to tell y'all, pull up. I'll let you get on, do your shit. I don't have nothing wrong with that. That's what this platform is for. Come on now. Did you hear about Pastor Ricky G. Rush sexual assault allegations? Yes and no. I gleaned it, but I don't know enough to speak about it. Rio Martinez said, Redbone, if you watch it, get at me. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I saw her in real life, right? I was like, yo, she fine, right? She was definitely looking good. Don't get it confused. And then I saw her IG. I was like, what in the hell? I'm gonna let you know right now. Some of you, okay? Her IG was lit. Don't get it confused. She's a very attractive woman in real life too. But I was totally surprised. The women be looking totally different when they throw a little bit of that makeup on. Don't let anybody lie to you. And there ain't nothing wrong with that neither. I'm one of those people that say, who am I to tell you what you should look like? So if you wanna look a certain way, go for it. Who the fuck am I? I doubt I'm gonna get an interview with K Goddess. Somebody just put me on to something. Now I think I know why they asked me to leave. I don't know why they asked me to show up is the point. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know why the jump off was sent to me. But I politicked with, I got 8 connects last night. Let me just make sure it's all 8. I got 8 connects last night. So we're going to see what we could do. Wait, 7 connects last night. We got 7 connects last night, and we'll see which individuals we could maybe work with in the future and do something with in the future. A filter too, that's a fact. But nah, she's attractive. She's not a bad looking woman at all. Don't get it confused. Nice and thick and voluptuous. Yeah, definitely networking. I was in there. Like I said, I'm a. Wait, she rapped too? Wait, who was you talking about? Who was the dope MC? You talking about K Goddess? Her music was good. Nobody wakes up like that, DZ. except for Beyonce, apparently. Was who the rapper chick that was dating Pop Smoke? Nah, I thought Pop Smoke's who he was dating was brown skin, to be honest with you. Okay. Nah, but she had good music. I fuck with her music. They rushed me out of there. They didn't want me in there. I guess they was like, yo, that's BBN. Okay, so basically, I'm not gonna call no names, but basically they have an allegiance or a friendship with a specific individual who might not like the BBN network for their own purposes and their own reasons. So I think that's why they asked me to leave. You understand what I'm saying? And this person is a person of note. Like if I said their name, you will know who they were, and immediately be like, that makes sense now. Why did they invite you? So I don't know how I got invited to that particular event. Shout out to that. I'm happy that they invited me. A very attractive young lady. Also, I need to learn how to smile in pictures. When I'm taking a picture, I think I be smiling, but I don't be smiling. You feel me? They have virtual first grade and preschool. They should just play cartoons for the kids. Educational, obviously. I've been to Florida before. I got family down there. Shit, I've been to Disney World before. So back to the Tory Lanez thing. So Tory Lanez decided to speak out. I'm happy Tory Lanez decided to speak out. If y'all remember, I had jokes for both sides. Until she came out, she said her side of the story, and Tory held his tongue. So then Tory caught most of the jokes after that. But you know, I'm still gonna tell jokes about. We make jokes over here. You feel me? I would love to speak with Tory Lanez on a serious note on this particular thing. Rio says maybe K Goddess rock with you is the suckers behind the scene. No, somebody actually went up to her. I asked, I think I could have said what I said wrong. Maybe that's what it was. All I wanted to do was get a word or two, maybe a drop. I don't know. So maybe I wanted to get a word or two, and then I said something, but I guess I said interview, but not really an interview. I just wanted to just say, hey, K Goddess, how do you like your event? What do you think your music is gonna do? What's your inspiration? You know, shit like that, like 3-4 questions, and then keep it pushing. You understand what I'm saying? So dude went to homegirl, and I don't know what he said in her ear, but she turned around and she just shook her head no, and then after that they just rushed me personally out of the door. Just like dude followed me around the whole rest of that night until I left the whole entire block. And I don't really care about that much. So I was just like, this isn't even something for me to talk to you about. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want me here, I'm gonna leave. I'm on that type of time. I'm not sucking nobody Johnson. I'm not sweating nobody. That's not my time. You feel me? If you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't rock with me, I'm going to bounce. Because at the end of the day, if you don't want me there, what the fuck am I doing? I'm media, nigga. Like, and not just that, I seen the people. I'm going to explain something to y'all real quick. Peep game. No disrespect to any other photographer I've ever been to a place with. But when I start taking my fucking pictures, and the photographers start looking and seeing what the fuck I'm doing, they almost always follow suit. So you don't want me there. Not a problem. Not a problem. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, well, don't matter. I just left. It is what it is. I'm not, and I think she got good music. I ain't gonna lie on her. Like I'm not on that time. You understand what I'm saying? She got good music. They don't rock with me though, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna post her, obviously, and only talk about her when something relevant comes up. Other than that, I'm gonna let them ride. I'm curious as to why they invited me. I don't understand why they invited me. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why you invited me. Next time I see one of them RSVP things from their team, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I should do. I don't think I should go. Because y'all don't fuck with me. Why would I go? I'm happy I didn't bring I'm gonna put you on the game right now. If you see me bring this camera anywhere, this is for archive footage. When you see me bring this camera anywhere, it's for archive footage. That's not for today footage. That's for, I've been to an event with you before, right? And I know that it's going to be popping, and I know that there's going to be memories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I got this camera with me so I can build a portfolio basically. So anytime I need to speak about you, I have images and I have pictures. I don't have to go take anybody else's shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's when you see me with this camera. When you see me with just my phone, that's because we going lit. I'm posting everything. I'm gonna hit it. Bang, bang, bang. Well, I mean, I don't know. The dude went up to her, said something to her in her ear, and she basically said, I got it as get that nigga up out of here. That's what I got it as. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I'm also, like I said, I don't care. Anyway, can we talk about something else? So Tory Lanez, first of all, what y'all think about Tory Lanez album? I want everybody to in the chat. Fire or doodle? Everybody in the chat right now. Fire or doodle? Just so we can be clear, Meg is not going to be forgiven if it's found out that she was lying. Wait, what DZ said? She was on you, Frost, for real. What you mean? She's fine. Okay? I have nothing bad to say about K Goddess. I just got kicked out the event. I don't got nothing bad to say about her. What y'all think about that Tory Lanez? Come on, man. Drop it. Imagine if Tory Lanez is in here right now. We talking about him. He in here right now just chilling. And I'm saying, yo, what y'all think about the album? And we only got 5 or 6 people saying this shit is fire or this shit is shit. Just fucking vote. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm not going to kick you. What the hell? Just let's vote, motherfuckers. I want to know what y'all think. The parts that I heard, Rio got it. The parts I heard was gas. The parts I heard, gas. Tory Lanez, he should have already showed niggas. He's not the nigga to fuck with as far as when he rap. A lot of these dudes out here don't rap. A lot of these dudes out here do other shit. Tory Lanez rap. Eric Vasquez says, Jack, could we speak on that? If Rock Nation, Meg's team, and Meg came up with this lie to tell to the cops saying that he shot her, he's a black man with a gun, he could have got killed by cops, not cool. Well, she didn't say that she got shot by him until after the arrest and until some time had passed. So it didn't happen at the location where they arrested them at. So no, he wasn't, his life wasn't put in danger in that manner. But I get what you're trying to say. But his life wasn't put in danger, in my opinion, in that manner. But I get what you're trying to say. I get where you're going with it. But she didn't say, remember, Meg Thee Stallion didn't say that until after a couple of days. Some time had passed. We just was hypothesizing. JPS's best album of the year so far. I've only heard parts of it, and it was... He actually stood up to Joyner Lucas, was stamped by. First of all, I think he bodied Joyner Lucas, just so we can be clear. He ain't stand up to Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas got bodied. Joyner Lucas, your style is dope, right? But you only could do one. Stop battling. Stop going after niggas that got versatility. Joyner Lucas is nice, but he has no versatility. He only has one rap style. I rap. I don't care how dope that one rap style is, unless it's some kind of, unless it's a style that other people just can't do, then you have to have more than one style. One guy that got basically one rap style is Cam, but that's Cam's style. I'm gonna explain something to you real quick. Do y'all remember the other day when DJ Academics was busy trying to explain something to people, and I think they didn't pick up on what he was trying to say because people were so busy on whatever the fuck they thinking. But I'm going to explain something to y'all real quick. DJ Academics was busy trying to say that the reason why the Migos is looking like they need to do something different or more is because they went and gave their style to everybody. So what Migos did was Migos style was banging, so they went and they worked with a lot of different people, and then those people did the Migos style. So now the Migos style isn't just the Migos style. You get it? Now the Migos style is just a style that people use. It's not stamped on them. Cameron didn't go help nobody do his style. Cameron's style was Cameron's style. Cameron could spit that style from now into fucking whatever. It's still Cameron's style. Right now, if somebody tries to spit that style, it's going to be seen as Cameron's style. Because Cameron didn't go and help nobody else do his style. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm about to put y'all in the game. I'm not... One of the reasons why people were saying that there was a beef between Cameron... Yeah, don't let that go over your head. One of the things that people were saying why there was a beef, why Dipset had a problem for a while, why there was a beef between Cameron and not Jim Jones, not the Jim Jones, but Cameron and Drew Santana. Salute to Drew Santana for getting home, and all, first of all, salute to Dipset. Salute to Drew Santana for getting home, and also salute to Drew Santana because to me he's the best rapper out of the bunch. But one of the things that Drew Santana had allegedly did was, there's a rapper, I'm not going to call the other rapper's name because I'm not trying to put everybody into this, but Drew Santana allegedly helped a rapper learn how to rap better, and Cam was pissed. Why is you giving our source to some nigga that ain't even from New York? I'm with Cam, by the way. I'm with Cam on this. I mean, that isn't something I think that should have made them separate for as long as they did. But, and the artist that he helped, just so we could be clear, the artist that Drew Santana helped, just to be clear, went on to produce an incredible fucking album. And one of the songs, I think Jules wrote himself. Just so we can be clear. I'm not going to call the artist out. I'm not going to leave it alone because this isn't about attacking nobody or nothing like that. I just want to let it be known. Having a distinctive style is important. And unless you have a distinctive style that only you do, you have to have more than one style. Joyner Lucas only has one style. That it seems like he wrote a song for Will Smith using his style. Right? So he's just giving his whole style away. So no, Tory Lanez bodied him. He only could do one style. He can't fuck with Tory. Joyner, get out of here. And you nice as shit, by the way. Joyner Lucas is nice as shit, by the way. Let's not even be coy. Joyner Lucas is nice, but get out of here. You got a million niggas doing your style, homeboy. We not doing that. We not doing that. Rio Martinez says, who was talking to Fat Joe last night on the gram? Mark? Prince Tuis Mir says, I know maybe didn't imply this and then blame Jay's employees involved. Well, just so we can be clear, Tory Lanez is just saying that somebody is doing something. We don't know if that's the truth. We don't know if that's the truth. So let's speak on it as this is something that Tory Lanez is saying, not speak on it as this is something that's an actual fact. Prince Tuamir said it's obvious who you're talking about, though. Okay, I'm not saying the person's name because this isn't about them. Whole Dipset dope. That's a fact. I like all the Dipset. Whole Dipset dope, but real quick, they all still super close with Freaky Zeke. Shaking my head for those that know. No, Freaky Zeke actually took the stand. So Freaky Zeke can be considered a snitch because they say you can't take the stand. So that's what Rio Martinez is talking about. Oh, real? Shout out to Jules. I just enjoy, to me, I enjoy Jules the best for the reason that I was just trying to explain. The Jules is just smoother. I think Cameron has the most iconic verses. And I think that's because of his style, generally speaking. I think Cameron has the most iconic verses. I think Jewel is the best rapper, though. And I think Jim Jones just make the best songs. Jim Jones songs be fucking lit. Jim Jones is a whole fucking vibe out this bitch. So, That's probably also for everybody that I don't want to go too far into it, but yeah. Jim Jones is also a Bronx nigga, by the way. Don't let that go over your head. That being said, what we got? Hour 35 minutes. I'm probably gonna let y'all get out of here. We got a lot of work we gotta get to today. I didn't drop no videos yesterday, so yesterday was a bad day. We didn't get no 10-minute videos out, and we only got, and all of the videos from the Tonight Show, I can't even make no money off of those because obviously we was playing other people's music. Got a question. For everybody that was in the live last night, what did y'all think about it? Could we get some answers real quick? I want to know what y'all thought about the live last night, and could we also drop some frauds in the comment section? Who you think is responsible for the super flashy fly rap from New York frauds, Jay or Cameron? Cameron was at it first. Is that fair? Jay-Z was doing boss stuff. First of all, could we just admit that Reasonable Doubt was an incredible album, and the only reason why I didn't do better was because Nas, Biggie, and Tupac was alive. That was an incredible album. I did not see the Queen's Flip interview with JoJo Capone. JoJo said Jim Jones was blooded in by a rat, so he's not blood. Wow. And when you get blooded in by a rat, you are not blood. But hold on, more importantly, is people going to get mad at JoJo Capone for saying that Jim Jones is blood, because they was damn sure mad at Tekashi for saying it. Even though, you know, that's not a secret. Oh, Jim definitely improved over the years. That's a fact. But I think Jim Jones, like I said, is a vibe. His songs be dope. Like Jim Jones, the songs Jim Jones be on be dope, even though he don't even be having the best verse. But you could tell his energy is in that song. Because if he's on a song, look, this is my point. Jim Jones is on a song with two guys, right? They have a certain energy. Then Jim Jones go do a whole nother song with two totally different guys. That same energy be there. So it's a Jim, you feel what I'm saying? So obviously, and then he do a whole nother song with three other people. That same energy be there. So that energy is a Jim Jones thing. Jim Jones is bringing that energy. You understand what I'm saying? I tried to get K Goddess to come on and talk with y'all, but she wasn't interested. So shout out to that shit. I have no idea why they invited me. Maybe they invited me and thought I was gonna bring my camera. I think I did a pretty decent job with the. I can show you the shots I took with this. I think I did a pretty decent job with this. I wish I would have brought my charger. My battery died. I had to run to the store and get a battery. Jim Jones, Puerto Rican? Yeah, I believe so. What the fuck is this? Y'all all commented on something that it won't even tell me what the video is. What the fuck? I just don't know why they invited me, but you know, I'm happy I was invited. Shout out to that shit. Anybody else want to invite me to some shit they really don't want me to be at? I'll probably show up, have a good time, and go home. What the fuck? That's simple. Nah, we was in Queens. It's that simple. You gotta. It's that simple. You want to invite me to some shit you really don't want me to be at? Not a problem. I'll show up, have fun. I spent. I can't even tell you. Like, okay, so I believe in sharing the wealth in our community. I spent about $50 at the bar, and that's with from 7 to 8. It was free. You understand? I still spent about $50 at the bar. I'm always fun when I go out. What the hell? I'm gonna have a good time, motherfuckers. I just don't go out much because I just don't go out much. You know, if more people invited me to things, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna be professional for the most part. What happened was, I'm gonna tell you what happened. When I went to the jump off with Styles P, shout out to Styles P. They invited me too. Shout out to Coleon. They invited me out. So when I went to that jump off, I realized that I wasn't loose enough. I needed to be more loose. You understand what I'm saying? I was really tight. You understand what I'm saying? But that also had to do with, I was tired that day. I was up all day. I had to deal with a lot of bullshit. And in addition, I wasn't here. I was living somewhere where all they do is try to stress me out all day. You understand what I'm saying? That's all they do. It's just, they have a test to see who could win, who could heap the most stress on me. So I was just also in a totally different situation. So when I went to the jump off with Styles P and with D Block and them, I was at the end of the day, I was just exhausted. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I mean, I'm always surrounded by killers, though. What the hell? Y'all see the people I know? I know a ton of killers. I mean, for real. I'm telling them, in my family, for real. So being around killers, that's not no big deal. You feel me? It is what it is. To be honest with you. I'm about to put you on the game. Most people that are actually killers is actually pretty nice people, man. I know quite a few people who have, you know, for whatever the case is, but they're really pretty nice people. Real Martinez says, one of the funniest things on last night live was homie asking if that was his charge, and you was like, damn, my bad, way too aggressive. Yeah, that was an accident. My fault, homie. Yeah, a lot of killers be nice dudes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why whenever I see people acting over aggressive, whenever I see people acting over this, over that, I be like, all right, I know what it is. Because the nigga that's really gonna put you in the ground, he don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that energy. Not for the most part. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. When you know better, you do better. If you know, you know. That's all I can say. With all that being said, we're gonna get the heck up over here. I definitely do appreciate y'all. We gotta get some video. We got a ton of work we gotta do today. A ton of fucking work. Let's give appreciation to everybody first, all the supporters. First of all, shout out to Prince to Amir for sponsoring this particular video. Also, shout out to Will Cornish for pulling up on us. That's a whole fact. It's always a pleasure to have Will come through. Will always dropping knowledge, always telling. We have great discussions. I like when Will come through. That's a whole fact. With that being said, also, and shout out to Intergalactic Space Ninja for putting this shit together. Nigga got the Frost shirt on. Bam! That's the shirt I was wearing last night, but in orange. I like the way the orange hit. I might have to get the gray one too. Also, shout out to Pandankery. As you already know, go hit them up on IG. Shout out to Shikai Clothing. Hit them up on IG. Also, these dudes is the real deal. Their products work. Shout out to Cafe du Chateau for being the official sponsor of Morning Coffee. We're definitely happy that you're coming through. I can't wait for all of your products to get to me so I could let everybody know just how good or bad they are. Just to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack out this bitch. So that shit better be good, man. Don't make me have to drag y'all. With all that being said, look, I love y'all. Everybody go have a productive day. Look, at the end of the day, right? When somebody does something, whether it's good or whether it's bad, it's only how you receive it. Okay? So let's not forget that. When somebody does something, whether it's positive or whether it's negative, it's how you receive it. You could choose to receive it in a way that can build you, or you can choose to receive it in a way that can degrade you. Perception can become your reality. So be extremely cautious about who you decide to allow to come into your space. Alright? Be extremely careful on that. And I just want to make this point. For whatever the reason is, they invited me out to a jump off yesterday. I'm so happy that they invited me. I definitely appreciate it. If they don't never invite me to another one, if they hate my guts, if they like, you know what, that Jack Frost is a whole rat bastard. Even if they're on that energy after the fact, I appreciate being invited. You want to know why? Because I'm thankful for everything in which I receive. Maybe we didn't vibe the way they wanted to vibe. Maybe I didn't vibe the way they wanted to vibe. Maybe I did something wrong. Who knows? but I definitely appreciate the invite. Shout out to K Goddess and their team for inviting me. I felt welcome up into the point where they kicked me out. Up until that point, I felt extremely welcome by everybody that was there. I appreciate it. And yes, there was a point where it looked like she was fucking with our shit. You understand what I'm saying? And that was dope. I need to start bringing my charger with me. I wish I could see it right now to show y'all that I actually had it, and I just didn't have to. I just didn't bring it with me. I needed to bring it with me. Any other rappers, any other people out there that would like to Jack Frost to show up at your event, or is sending me a DM is only a thing. Copy. We could do that. Also, we had Young Cassius was also up in there. Shout out to him. I followed them on IG. I don't really post them much, but they are always working over there. So shout out to Young Cassius. They are always working over there. With that being said, look, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna be positive today. We're gonna create our future. We're gonna think about something that we want to happen, and then we're gonna materialize that shit by verbally putting it out into the world and enforcing the world to bend to our will. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna think of something that we want, need, or want to do, preferably positive, and then we're gonna materialize that thing by putting it out into the world and forcing the world to bend to our will. Tory Lanez, pull up. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.